friends, today what we are going to do is we are going to draw some action figures in the style of Keith Haring. Okay, so let's see the supplies that we need. We need crayons, we need markers, we need half a paper, and I also have an eraser and a pencil and a whiteboard. If you don't have a whiteboard, use a scrap paper. Before we get into the lesson, let's talk about these are action figures, right? How to show movement in art. Movement. So we can create, you can move anything on the paper, right? If it is a 3D thing, maybe you can make it walk or things like that. Like if you have action figure, you can, or a doll, something, you can make it walk. But on a paper, on a 2D thing, to create the impression of action, what we need to do is you can use different techniques. Okay, one technique is using color. That would be one technique. We will be using color today to show movement. And another thing that we are using, there are different techniques that you can use. One technique that we'll be using today is color. The next one we are going to do is, it is called implied movement. Okay, what we can do in this technique is, we will first study how things change when in motion. For example, how a person changes when the person is walking. So if a person is standing, I'm just doing stick figures like that, right? When a person is walking, it would be more like that. Okay, or if a person is running, it would be okay. There is not much space here, so I'm good. Oh, this leg is, maybe we can do it like that. So it looks like he's running. So there are different ways you can position the person. We'll first vision how a person will look when they are running, walking, jumping maybe, and all those things, and then use that posture to create art. So when you draw the person in that posture. So when I do the stick figure in this posture, when you are looking at it, you know that this person is not standing still. This person is moving, right? When you look at this one, it looks like almost he's standing, right? So that is how you create movement. Color, how you create movement with color is when you use dull colors for the background and use bright colors for your subject, it will feel like the things that you used bright dark colors are coming forward, and things with the dull colors are going backwards. So these are the two techniques that we are using, color and posture. Okay, or it is called implied movement, or simply we can call it posture, right? Maybe that will be better, but I'm just writing. Okay, so let's see how we are going to draw the Keith Haring action figures. So have you heard about Keith Haring? Keith Haring lived like sometime back from 1958 to I think 1990. He lived in New York City. So he was born in Pennsylvania, I guess, and then he moved to New York. So he is well known for his graffiti style street art. So when he moved to New York, he saw a lot of graffiti in the street. Okay, so he got inspired by the graffiti, and the breakdance also was so popular during that time. So he took inspiration from both these things, the breakdancing and the graffiti art, and he came up with action figures which had like bright colors and bold black outlines. Okay, um, so he used it to express his feelings with the art that he made, and he's considered one of the most important artists of our generation. Okay, so if you get a chance to read about Keith Haring, go ahead, read about him. You will can know more about Keith Haring. Okay, because this is just a movement lesson. I'm just going to go like only this much into about the life of Keith Haring. Okay, so now let's see how to draw Keith Haring. So you guys, it is easy to draw these action figures if you know how to draw stick figures. All of you know how to draw stick figures, right? So I hope so. We all know how to draw stick figures. So either you can either draw one stick figure, not stick figure, one action figure on your paper. So you can put the paper in the portrait style when you're drawing and just draw one, or you can draw two or three if you put it in the landscape style. I will show a few action or stick figures which I'll turn into action figures. You can choose which action figure you like, and then if you want to just use one, go ahead, put the paper in the portrait style. If you want to make more than one, put it in the landscape style and draw. Okay, so first I'm going to draw a stick figure. Try and draw it the same way. So the stick figure should have a head, then it should have a neck, right? And then I'm going to draw the hands. So the hands, maybe this one has bending the hand. Okay, it's like at the elbows it is bent a little bit, so that's why I'm drawing it this way. Then I'm going to draw the body. In a stick figure you draw the body this way, right? And now the legs. So these are all action figures that you're drawing, just not a person standing. So okay, now I'm going to draw another action figure. Maybe this time I'll have this person dancing. So the neck, then the hands, and then the legs, and then this one is going this way and this one going this way. Let me draw another person running away. Just the tummy body, then okay, so that is one. Then maybe if a person is just waving his hand, let me try and there's not much space. Maybe there is not much space to show. Let me first finish outlining these and then we'll do the rest. Okay, so what you'll do is when you're outlining, I don't know how clear this will be because I should have used this one to draw the stick figure. This is I have other expo markers, but it is not next to me right now. So I'm going to, how we'll outline is, the head you don't actually have to outline, you're just going around it like that. And then neck, you're going to make it like that. You're just making a bubble figure now. Can you see how I'm doing that? Okay. So when you reach the leg, you'll just make a little bump like that. Like a shoe. So this is one action figure. Now let's try this one. So like that. Got that? Now this figure. So you got an idea, right? How to do this right now. It's not that difficult if you know how to make this stick figures. Then after you're done, all that needs to be done is you'll erase off these skeleton lines. Ching ching. It is that easy. That. Okay, so that's how you can draw stick figures and turn that into action figures. So if you think you are ready to draw on the paper, I think that many examples is enough, right? Because I know you can draw just from these examples, right? So let's draw a stick figure. So you decide whether you want to draw one or you want to draw more than one. So if it is one, put it this way. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to leave only like a 3 finger space on top. I'm going to make a circle. Now I'm going to make the body, not the body, the neck. This fellow is running. Okay, so we have the stick figure. Now you will take your black marker. You don't have to draw the same thing I showed you, other examples also. Whichever one you want to draw, go ahead, draw that, okay? Or you can draw your own version. And I'm going to make a bubble now around it. Okay. Okay. One action figure done. Erase this. Erase off the pencil line really well. And then next thing what you're going to do is you want to make him look like he's on the floor, right? Maybe he's not even running, he's dancing. Okay, so I'm going to make the floor. So I'm going to make a line. When you reach this action figure, jump over and then continue the line. Okay. You can, another way you can show action. This is actually done by little kids, but Keith Haring, what he used to do is his art is like so much like a kid's art. Like it would look like he took inspiration from kids art also. So you can, he used to draw action lines like this to show this person is stomping on the floor or moving the hands this way. Okay, so I'm just adding some action lines around this person. Now what we need to do is, remember what I said, he used to make the action figures, outline them with thick black lines. So I'm going to go around these around the action figure with my thick marker to give it a thick line. So because we are making this art, we got inspired by Keith Haring. So we are going to make our outline our action figure also the way he used to do, like with thick black lines. This line also needs to be thick. Okay. Okay. If you want to make it look like your action figure is singing or something, you can add lines also, because I see lines coming like that also in his art. Okay, but I'm just making it look like he's dancing. So let me show you on this one how he did that. So he added lines, squiggly lines, to make it look like the person is singing or like that. Okay, along with these lines, he did that also in one of his another picture. So if you want to make it look like that, you can do, or you can, if you chose this one, if you want, he had lines going this way also to show action. Maybe this person is jumping or something. Okay, so I'm just showing some ways you can show action, just like Keith Haring did. Now, the floor, what he has done is he have made like small short lines on the ground. I'm going to do that with the black marker. So another reason why we are making this straight lines and short lines is also a way of showing stability. Okay, so if you want to show stability, what you do is you will draw straight lines. It can be vertical lines or it can be horizontal lines. So that is why this is the floor. So this is not moving. I wanted to show that this table. That's why we are drawing straight lines. If it is curvy, that is showing action. That's why these lines are curvy. Okay, so Keith Haring used to incorporate that also in his art. Now let's take our marker. Now let's apply another technique that we learned to show movement. That is, so we did action lines, right? We made the person pose in an action way, like he's in action posture. And now we are now going to use bright colors and for the background a duller color to make it look like this one is moving forward. So you can use, what is the bright, all the bright colors you can use, maybe yellow, red, you can use orange, whatever, but whatever color you use a very dull color for the background. I'm going to use red for my person, okay, because I think red is one bright color, right? So I'm going to stay within the action figure, taking my time. Color neatly and nicely. Okay. This is done. No, the head is to be done. I haven't finished my head. So now this is a bright background. So to make it like it is a dull color for the background, I'm using crayons for the rest of the coloring for the background. So the ground, maybe I'll use this purple. Another technique to make the things look like it's coming forward is use the warm colors for this. So this is again a warm color, right? And cold colors for the background. So purple is a cold color, that's why I'm using that. Okay, the ground is done. If you want, you can put press a little bit harder and then color really nice. Maybe you can turn it around and go in the next other direction, so to fill in the spaces that you missed. Okay, so now I'm going to put this away. I'm going to use green for the background for this one because green and red are opposite colors and green is a cold color, and cold colors, as I said, would help make the warm colors look like it is coming forward. So this way. Try not to color the action figure. Go around it. Take your time and color as well as you can. And then you can color here also. It's okay, you can color over the action lines that you created. That's okay because it's a black line. But don't color on top of the action figure. You're almost done. I hope today you learned how to show movement in your art without actually moving the things, right? Because it's a 2D art, you can't actually move something, but you can create, you can make the person looking at your art, make him or her feel like they're seeing a person moving or a thing moving. So we learned today that we can show movement by using color. We can create movement by making the person stand in a different posture, right? So I hope next time when you're drawing something, you will apply all this and then create art that will look like that. Especially when you're maybe if you're making an animation or something, you can draw it this way and then it will look nice. Okay, so hope you guys had fun. I would like to see how this turned out. So do take a picture of your finished work and email it to me with your name, room number, and your grade also. I need your grade, name, and your school name. Okay, so till we meet next time. Bye bye.